My friends, the task of summing up is never easy, and it is, as Shakespeare has said, a moment of parting, and parting is such sweet sorrow. Before I try my hand at summarizing something, I think special thanks are due to a number of people. I'd like to start with a special thanks to Philippe de Marescot for his gift of BioVision in collaboration with BioVision Alexandria, for his gift of BioVision 2009 invitations to the participants from the developing world here. He will waive the registration fees for BioVision Lyon. So what you have to do is to arrange to find the cost of travel and subsistence, but Philippe will ensure that they will waive the registration fees. The topics are topics of our times. We will be discussing our cities and our lives on the one hand, and looking at the cutting edge of the life sciences and everything from the food, feed, fuel crisis to biorobotics. So thank you, Philippe de Marescot. I'd like to extend thanks to the sponsors of this event, and their logos are on the programs, and I'm grateful to them, from the Qatar Foundation to TWAS to all the other participants. And I would like to extend my thanks to the speakers and the participants, to the chairs and the rapporteurs, each and every one. But particularly, I would like to extend a very profound thanks to the organizers. And while you kindly applauded me, I don't think that was true or fair. I may have guided a bit what was going on. Like somebody once said, you know, about the orchestra conductor, what is this guy doing? He didn't play a single note. Well, let's hear from all the people who actually played all the notes, and they are Dr. Muhammad Faham and the team here. Please stand up. The team, stand up. All of the team. Come on, stand up. Roha, Ulfat, Hagar, please stand up. Roha, Omar, stand up. All of you stand up, come on. And I must tell you that in addition to all these people, there is a number of people who are not here because their duties force them to be elsewhere, whether they are in the print shop, the security people, the drivers, the travel office, the tour guides, the reference librarians. All of them have really done a contribution, and so I salute them as well. But last but not least, I think you will agree with me that despite the fact that he doesn't want to be singled out, he deserves to be singled out, Dr. Muhammad Faham. So, now let me move to my task, which is this kind of closing speech for a conference such as this. Under the banner From Promises to Practice, we met, we shared our knowledge, we pooled our experience. 3 days, 39 sessions later, reflecting on 147 presentations, plus the presentations that we have just heard, and countless discussions, what have we achieved? I think we leave here incredibly enriched by the thoughtful presentations, the hearty discussions, and yes, the vehement disagreements. And I believe that we can rightly say that in the crucible of debate, tempered by civility and mutual respect, we found a common ground, a profound commitment to the welfare of the human family, the entire human family. We refuse to forget the voiceless masses and recognize within that word the masses, individual human beings, our brothers, our sisters, not to be forgotten in the anonymity of remoteness. And that is important. That is the time of the inhumanity of people to people. And further, I think we have also braided together the different strands of the puzzle that we confronted. Why do the promises of scientific breakthroughs not being translated into the practices that alleviate poverty and alleviate misery of millions of the environment for future generations? We recognized the need for change and action based on a common purpose. Action that recognizes the past and current successes and builds upon them. Action by all actors on all stages to address the priorities of our times and to bring the blessings of peace and the blanket of security to all the members of the human family. We specifically focused on actions in the domains of food and hunger, on public health and what I have termed as private medicine, on the environment and the economy. And we recognize the needs for public-private partnerships. We recognize also that actions must be guided by policies that are grounded in a broad political consensus that involves all stakeholders, locally, nationally, regionally, and internationally. My friends, this has been an exceptionally important meeting. For we meet in the shadow of a great crisis, greater than any we have known in a whole generation. An explosion in the prices of energy and food has given us stratospheric and rising prices that are threatening the very foundation of our societies, just as they expose the folly of our past policies. And looming above that brewing maelstrom is the specter of climate change, which is advancing upon us with frightening speed. Even if I choose to express them here in the more colorful concerned citizen,
rather than in the detached discourse of the scientific observer and the rational analyst. For today, I issue a clarion call for us to indeed stop pining for promises of the new tomorrow and start changing the practices of today. And with that clarion call, I thank the distinguished speakers, the great scientists, the experienced statesmen, the dedicated men and women who have graced our panels and our meeting rooms these last few days. I thank them for the knowledge they have brought, the experiences they have reported, the insights they have shared, and the commitment and compassion they have shown. With that clarion call, I now turn to the youth, those whose hard work has created the new Library of Alexandria and are well on the way to make it a worthy heir to the great ancient Library of Alexandria.